Why are people so greedy? So this is a question that is obviously as old as humans, because as long as humans have been around, they have been greedy. And greed is something that has caused a tremendous amount of conflict, problems, wars, you name it. Greed has been right in the center of everything. And it's one of those things where you look at it regarding human behavior and you say, why are human beings, why are they like that? Why do they act like that? So I'm going to do is I'm going to give you two reasons, main reasons why. But before I even get into that, let's just talk a little bit about just how we're built as human beings. So you have to understand we're designed to survive. That's our first code is how do I survive? You go back, cave people, how do I do it? I'm protecting myself. I need to get what I need to survive. So there's a part of that greediness to a degree that is coded into our DNA. We have this kind of greed-driven behavior to get what we need to survive. Now, as we've evolved and as we move forward and things have been different and we're not having to go out and hunt for our meals every day, we still maintained this desire for greed and to have more and to keep accumulating. This is part of it. So the first reason that we really are greedy is based on fear. Fear is a big one. Now, fear goes back to that primal part of who we are. Fear of there's not going to be enough food. I need to make sure I have enough because the winter's coming. Maybe I need to have food in the cave so I can survive. So that's part of this fear that no matter how much I get, it may not be enough for me to survive. It may not be enough for me to make it through. And there's this fear that I need to get my piece of the pie, right? So that is the fear-based portion of why we're greedy, is we're just afraid that we're not going to have something, which of course is the opposite of where we want to live, because we want to live in a feeling of faith. So it's a total opposite feeling, right? So instead of saying, I have faith that everything's going to work out, that I'll be provided for, which is a higher place to live, most people are in a lower energy and in a super fear-based energy. And all of us here in the physical world are fear-based on some level, because if we had no fear, we would be vibrating such a high energy that we would not be able to really exist in the current energy of the earth. We would not be able to do that. So everybody has some fear. It's just the level that you have. So then you get into the other part of this, which is there are people who you see who are super wealthy, right? They have more money than you could imagine. They have more resources. They have enough to last them 100 lifetimes, yet they are still constantly trying to accumulate more, gain more control, take over, have more wealth, have more than the guy next to them. What is this about? So you say, well, why are you doing that? What is the driver for this? So that part of it is ego, and that's the negative ego. We all have ego. We all have an identity here in the physical world to have this experience, but the egoic part of us is the part that really can never be satisfied. It's like, I want more, I want more, I want more. Now, this is also, we deal with energy. We deal with yin yang of energy. Everything is yin yang. So we as humans always want more or better or to improve. This is part of what got us from caves to, you see behind me, I put that behind me purposely, buildings, beautiful buildings. We have electricity, we have modern conveniences, we have a computer so I can make a video, right? This is all part of this desire to have more and improve, which is fine, but then it goes out of control because humans can't control it. We don't know how to say, okay, you know what, I have what I have. How do I help the other people now? And this has to be part of you or who you are as a person. But unfortunately, a lot of people, that is not how they operate. They operate still with some level of fear. So even when you have the egos that are trying to accumulate and accumulate, there is a fear-based element there, because the desire to control, which is also fear-based, is the same idea, right? I want to control everything. Why? Why do I have that desire to control everything? But again, at the core of it, it's fear. And then, as I said, we move into ego. So going forward, what we have to understand is as we evolve, and how long this will take, who knows here, as we are, more and more people are waking up and becoming more aware of what's going on and becoming more enlightened. The idea is, when are we going to understand that it's about, we're all one energy and we need to help each other, and greed is at the heart of many of the problems that we have. So when you see people who are very greedy, don't judge them, because they can't, it's almost like they're like addicts and they can't control themselves. So I pray for them, and I pray that they will wake up, and I pray that they will see the world and life in a different way and understand that we're all here to help each other and come together and build a better world for everybody else. So greed is part of our DNA. We have to evolve to a higher level if we're going to survive here and create a better world. So be blessed, be safe, and don't forget, don't judge. People are doing their best.